So in order to create a folder, we'll click on this three dot in our collection and then add folder, and let's name the folder driver APIs. And since we already have the APIs created, so what I'll do is I'll just drag the existing APIs inside the driver folder. So first I'll move the get token to driver APIs, then I'll move the get drivers to driver APIs folder, then I'll move the post driver API to driver APIs folder, then I'll move the patch APIs into driver APIs folder. Now if I close the folder, I can see all my APIs are inside the folder. The other thing to notice here is it's important to keep the hierarchy this way. Whatever API should be executed first, it should be on the top. So for example, before running any API, we need a get token. So get token has to be generated before running any API. So I put it on the front. Then get driver should be the second, and then post driver should create the new driver, and the patch driver would update the driver. So this would be after the patch driver API would be after the post driver. So now if I click on this three dot next to the API folder and I would hit run, and I would get to this screen, it will tell me that what are the APIs that would be executed as part of this execution, and I can move the APIs up and down here as well if I want to. And the on this side it says you can are you running the APIs manually. You can also schedule run, like you can run this every day at 8 a.m. before you start working on the project, or if whatever your test case says, or you can also run this as part of the CLI build pipeline like Azure. If you have a Microsoft Azure setup, you can run this collection or folder as part of the pipeline as well. And then iterations means how many times it would execute these APIs. So I have it as only one. And then delay between each API, how many seconds or milliseconds it should wait. So I don't have any performance testing going on, so I'll just leave it like that. And then if I hit run, so what it's doing, if you notice here, it ran the get token first, and here I see the test results as well. The token API status code is 200. This is what I am testing as part of the response for this API. Then it executed get drivers API, and I saw the test results as well. Then it executed the third one, and there I see it says failed, and it's failed because of the status code coding error. And then same thing, it failed on the fourth one. So now we can look into, I can individually run this API and see why it failed, so that I would know if it's a defect or something missing on my end. So I would run this again, the post driver, and I see 201 created. So API is working as expected, and test result is 200. So that looks good. And same way, patch API. So it seems like if you see on the top tab, I have this orange circle here. That means my APIs were not saved. So I'm going to save this patch API driver. The orange circle is gone. Then I'll go to the post driver, and this was also not saved. So I did Control S, and I was able to save all four. And now I'm going to run the whole folder again. So now our get token passed, no issue. get driver passed, no issue, post driver passed, no issue, and patch driver also passed, no issue. So that's how you can create a folder and put your related APIs inside that folder and execute whatever the APIs you have placed inside that folder. So could you guys please now create a folder for policy? So I have this policy APIs folder created. It actually created uh, inside the folder. So I have the policy APIs folder created. I don't have any request inside. So could you please create a request for policy API for token and get policy, post policy, and patch policy APIs and put it inside the folder and run this as a complete folder and let me know how it goes. Thank you.